Welcome to the AdmiralBridge product walkthrough for our AdmiralAP module. When we were working through the design of this product, we wanted to establish a standardized data entry process that would allow us to better support, build, and update over time based on customer feedback. We have established a standardized data model for various incidents that occur in retail locations. The goal of this data model is to set AdmiralBridge up for streamlined vendor integrations in the future. Let's jump right into the homepage. By default, your users will see a screen focused on actions created by themselves while completing assessments or assigned to them by other users. Actions will be divided up between active open actions, delegated tasks, and recently completed. You will be able to quickly close a task with a toggle or open the action record page for an in-depth review of the action or for more advanced options. On the right side, you will see the ability to launch a predefined form. You can also launch an assessment from the first page, which we will describe in the next section. For now, let's launch an incident form. The first step of any incident is to assign it to a location. This location could be a corporate office, distribution warehouse, or one of your customer-facing retail locations. This field input works by keying in the location number or by typing the location name. You must select the desired location to store this value. You will notice as soon as the location has been selected, the record is saved and the lost category and file upload options become activated. You can continue to complete the form by providing a date and selecting a time for this incident. At this stage, you can also complete a narrative describing the full incident as witnessed by your investigative team. Selecting an image for additional evidence is simple. Click the Upload button, navigate to your file, and click Open. Next, we encourage you to explore the total retail loss categories that are available. Selecting the appropriate industry standard category will allow you to start building metrics to compare your cases year over year. When you save and continue, you will navigate to the incident record page where a variety of options are now available for you to continue to add evidence to this case. We're going to start by walking through an employee suspect form. As we make selections to the type of person and their involvement, the form will change to reflect relevant fields for that entry. The employee entry will work like the location or site entry that we encountered on the incident form. You can either enter any aspect of their name or their employee number. Once the correct employee is returned from the search, you can select them, and AdmiralBridge will copy the key information onto this case record. It is critical for data integrity that information be copied to the record at the time of incident and not based on data from an employee feed that may change over time. The image upload you've seen before, and it works the same. You can continue to fill out all the relevant information as it pertains to this individual. We can now go through and enter information for a non-employee witness. As you can see, the form is slightly different, but still has the relevant information for a witness. Let's keep the momentum going and add a second suspect who is not an employee. Since this person is not an employee, we recommend collecting some additional information like hair, facial hair, gender, and if there was an apprehension. Keep an eye on this space since we have a bunch of cool things on our roadmap to make suspect descriptors easy, accurate, and quick to enter. For now, we will move on to add individual items that were involved in this case. Your organization will have specific guidelines on if you need to enter every specific SKU or if you can bundle them together. If you do enter details on each SKU, the AdmiralBridge reporting will have more data to work with and you can get more out of the platform. As these items are entered, you'll have the option to assign them to a specific suspect in the investigation. This will be important if you decide to pursue silver recovery in the future. Next, we'll be adding any vehicles that were connected to the record. This is a space that we have a lot of awesome things in our roadmap and are seeking out some vendor partners to make this space highly valuable to your teams. For now, let's get the details of this vehicle entered so we can include that in the final report. Now that we've done all that work, what does our final product look like? We can click the Criminal Report button at the top of the screen, and the system will generate a report of the data you have provided. The more details your team can gather, the more robust this document will become. Let's move back to our homepage and explore how we can create and complete customized assessments. First, users with the Admiral Admin permission set can access the AdmiralBridge Admin tab, allowing them to customize the environment. Click on the app launcher at the top, then select the AdmiralBridge Admin tab. Enter the name of the assessment and click Create. AdmiralBridge assessments are made up of 5 distinct question types. Select the question type to continue. Each question type will have a slightly different form to build out the question. The question number will carry forward the sequence from the last question. Enter your question, and when you move off the question text, you will see that the question API name is automatically generated from the text provided. This API name will be useful in reporting question data across assessments if you have the same question repeated in different types of assessments. It is important to keep this API name unique for accurate reporting. When you are finished with the new question information, you will need to click the Add Question button at the bottom corner. This will save your new question. If you exit without clicking this Add Question button at the bottom, your data will not save. Once the question is added, you can return to the top of the screen to click Add New Question again to continue to build out your assessment. The text input, date input, and long text inputs have similar data to enter and build the question, but they have different properties when the user is completing the assessment. For example, text responses must be under 150 characters, while the long test can be up to 250 characters. Each question will also have a comments area, which can hold up to 1,000 characters for additional details. The pick list and icon entry questions again look similar, but they will have a different data entry experience. You can select from the 4 preset response options or build out new options with the form provided. If you find yourself adding the same custom response sets, please get in touch and we will add in new presets to the product. Once you have added all your questions, click the Exit button at the top of the screen. The last step is to activate the assessment for your general users and for your store-level users working inside the Salesforce community environment. After the assessment is activated, it will appear on the homepage component as we saw at the beginning. Completing the assessment is as simple as using a paper form. You start on the homepage and click the assessment you want to start. Select the location you are completing, and then review the pre-filled details. Then click Start. Now you can fill out the responses, add additional comments, upload images, and create actions. As you create actions, they will be seen by the user assigned in their homepage Action Manager component. However, as you're going through and filling out your first thing, you might notice that you've made a mistake. For example, if you have phrased a question in the negative versus the positive, it will impact the scoring. By default, yes is scored as a 1 out of 1, no is scored as a 0 out of 1, and NA is scored as 0 out of 0. This is assuming all questions will be phrased in the positive. Were the doors closed? Was the fence in good condition? However, if it's phrased in the negative, was there damage? We will need to adjust the scoring. We will finish off this test assessment, add a summary, and then exit. Now we can build a custom PDF that will provide all the details about the assessment and the actions that resulted from it. Let's go back to the admin page and click on the assessments to fix those problems. First, we're going to go find that spelling mistake and fix that. Then we're going to go update the scoring for our negatively phrased question to ensure that no receives the 1 point and yes receives the 0 points. It is important to understand for data integrity that when you change an assessment, you will only change new assessments created after the change. All assessments already created will reflect the assessment at the time of creation. This ensures that if you change question text, the answers to the previous assessments are still relevant to that text. So make sure that you thoroughly test your new assessments before you roll them out. We did say we're going to take a deeper look at the customizations available in the AdmiralBridge admin page, so let's go back to there. Now we're going to select the Form Configurations tab and review all the fields that are available and toggling on and off fields that we want to include or exclude. We can also toggle off the lost category option and the upload images option, as well as a few other configurations. Lastly, we want to talk a little bit more about the total retail loss categories and options for you as a retailer. We know that your needs are different, so you can move over to the admin page and toggle on and off individual options, categories, or complete sections to ensure the options that your users are seeing are the most relevant for your organization. Well, that concludes our current feature set for our AdmiralAP module. The complete feature set is available for you today out of the box without implementation. Contact us through our website at AdmiralBridge.com. We appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.